beautiful rainbow. It is really true that we meet after 2 years of long struggle of COVID-19. It is a right time to celebrate the abundant blessings of the Almighty for having brought us together once again. We take an immense pleasure to welcome all the gatherings to cherish each and every moment of today's ceremony, and the day is going to witness the inherent talents of our young minds. On this auspicious day, I take delight to welcome the most respected dignitaries, professors, my dear beloved students and friends. A very warm good evening to you all. Peter Tucker said, "The best way to predict your future is to create it." Here are our talented candidates with a lots of prediction of their future, awaiting for the opportunity to create history in their future endeavors. At this juncture, let us now acknowledge their hard work, dedication, and their perseverance in getting the job of their dreams. On this job offer day of 2022, we, the CK College of Engineering and Technology and the CK College of Education, wish you all to make a commitment to grow, to explore beyond our comfort zone, to work not just harder but smarter, to build a future, to build a better future for us and for everyone around us.
Let us begin the ceremony with an invocation of Tamil Thai Vazhathu, requesting all the participants to stand.
Now I first request our Amudhavalli Ranganathan ma'am to honor our chief guest. Ranganathan ma'am to honor our chief guest Rajesh sir.
I now request Dr. M. Arulaalan, Head of Electronics and Communication Engineering, to welcome the young and energetic gathering.
So, a warm and pleasant good evening to everyone present here for this wonderful event, Job Offer Day 2022. So, dear students, today marks an important day in your lives, and it's a significant milestone in your life's journey. And entering into the institution with facing many competitions, you pursued your academics, works with good efforts. By your hard work and dedication, and with your efforts, you have got different offers from different MNC companies. So it's a moment of pride for all of us as teachers, and we played a part in shaping your life and your career. So congrats to all the play students. And our CKR, Chairman CKR has a vision and for nurturing the young talents of Cuddalore. So he selected 2 pearls. One pearl is to improve the quality of education in and around Cuddalore through building CK group of institutions under the remarkable leadership of Ms. Amudhavalli Ranganathan. our Executive Director, who is now fulfilling the dreams of CKR. And this job fair event clearly shows a dynamic leadership where the average salary package has been improved from 2.5 lakhs to 4.5 lakhs. And this is under the remarkable leadership of our Executive Director, Mr. Amudhavalli Ranganathan. I welcome you, ma'am. And there is another pearl who is building an industry, especially in and around Cuddalore. And the pearl name is Miss Usha Gurunathan, the Director and Business Head of HEPL Cuddalore. And HEPL initially started with 3 employees 2 years back, and within a short span of time, with a remarkable effort by another pearl, that is Mrs. Usha Gurunathan, it has been increased to nearly 500 employees. And at around 5 p.m., we can see at SIDCO, nearly 500 employees are coming out of that SIDCO, and most of them are female. So that is a tremendous effort that has been done by our the another pearl which has been selected by our CKR. So welcome you, ma'am, for this wonderful event. And we are very proud and privileged to welcome the principals of our CK institutions, Mrs. Divya Mary and Mrs. Sudha. Welcome you, ma'am. And we feel proud and privileged that this event is appropriately presided by 2 of our empowered women leaders, that is our Amudhavalli Ranganathan and Mrs. Usha Gurunathan. So we are really proud for that. And I welcome Mr. Rajesh, Manager HR, who is the keen and instrumental in development of HEPL. Welcome you, sir. It's my honor and pleasure to welcome our principal, Dr. Saravanan, HR Ms. Gauri, Neelam, HR for CK groups, and heads, functional heads, faculty and staff members who have been pillars in the success of CKCET and COE. I feel honored and pleased to welcome our directors of this event, Mr. Jeyashanthan, our placement officer, and Mr. Rajesh, training head, who are extending their untiring support in transforming the dreams of students and parents into reality. So finally, I welcome the heroes of the show, my dear students, for this wonderful event, Job of a Day. And there is a saying from Tribhuvan Ambani that a success of the young entrepreneur will be the key to India's transformation. So one day, I wish you all to become an entrepreneur and to serve the society. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir, for welcoming the gathering with a rapturous reception. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. True to these words, our dear principal, Dr. S. Saravanan, works round the clock to make the students the future leaders of our society. Let me now invite you, sir, to felicitate the event.
Most respected Chief Guest of the function, Ms. Usha Gurunathan, Director and Business Head, Hema Enterprises Private Limited, respected Rajesh, Manager HR, HEPL, and respected Executive Director of our CK Group of Educational Institutions, Ms. Amudhavalli Ranganathan Madam, and Principals of our school, Ms. Divya Mary Madam, Principal, CK School of Progressive Education, and Ms. Sudha, Principal, CK School of Progressive Education, and Ms. Gauri, HRBP, Ms. Leelam, HRBP, Mr. Shiva, Executive Secretary, Heads of Department, Functional Heads, fellow professors, dear engineers and officers. Good afternoon to all. I am calling you as dear engineers and officers because you have already completed your graduation today. I believe like you have all completed your examination today,
and you are about to graduate, and also you have already become employees of many institutions already. So the good oldness of saying dear students is already gone, and it will be very appropriate if you call us, if I call you as dear officers and engineers. So good afternoon to all. Today, we all gathered here to celebrate the job offer day of both of our colleges, that is CK College of Engineering and Technology and CK College of Education. So, honestly speaking, it's a very remarkable day in the history of CKCET and CK College of Education, because today we are going to give you more number of offers. Till now, we have been celebrating this day as a single function, but this is the first time we couldn't accommodate all the students in a single event. That is the kind of success which have been rendered by starting from my fellow professors to top it all, the placement and training team. So remarkable effort have been taken by them, because of which we are conducting this function into two phases. That itself shows the kind of deliverance that the CKCT has done. So I'm extremely happy to share that we have placed 97% of the students who are enrolled in our institution in case of CKCT is concerned. And to top it all, many of the students have joined in top MNCs like Zoho, Infosys, TCS, Wipro, Atos, MSc, Emphasis, Aspire, Evasoft, and many more. So these are the kinds of the list company which we have placed. A total of 233 offers have been received and 170 students have been placed, which includes 100 plus offers in 3 lakh plus band of salary. This is the first time that we have achieved this kind of greatness in CKCET. Also, 14 numbers of students in CKCOE has been placed in EduTech company, and 30 plus students have been placed in top CBSE schools and matriculation school. So this is a phenomenal performance holistically as a CK group of institutions that we have done this year. So where this all had started, as per the direction of our executive director, last year, you all know, we have started few initiatives in our CK colleges. We have introduced communication class, we have introduced coding classes, we have introduced aptitude classes, we have introduced programming classes, and whatnot. We have introduced invest in yourself for students, right? So all this have given something, and which we are able to see the result now in terms of this placement performance. Phenomenally, that is the outcome that we have seen this year. So already, as I said earlier, the results of all these initiatives which have taken last year is highly encouraging, which have resulted in this kind of placement performance. And apart from the existing initiatives, this year what we have planned is we have already planned to start few more initiatives in order to upscale the skill enhancement activities of the student for the current upcoming year. So the initiatives are we have planned to introduce spoken tutorial by IIT Bombay. This will give a complete access to open source software and training by the IIT professors. So this year we have planned to introduce that, and your juniors are going to be benefited out of it. Second thing is we are going to offer Microsoft certification, free Microsoft certification to all the students who are going to study in our CKCET. So in the upcoming year, all the students who have registered with our CK College of Engineering or doing their studies with CK College of Engineering, they will have the privilege of doing the Microsoft certification at free of cost. That's a tremendous thing that we have brought it this year, and hopefully all your juniors will be benefited out of it. Not only with that, we are also going to give the GATE coaching via NPTEL platform. So this is a very new initiative that we are going to partner with NPTEL, wherein we have already signed agreements, and wherein we are also one of the local chapter body of this NPTEL organization, and through which we are going to bring in all these initiatives in the upcoming year. So other thing is already we have received approval from AICT for conducting 25 different skill enhancement courses in CKCET. So apart from the existing academic activity that we are carrying out in CKCET, in the upcoming year,
So with the initiation by our CKR and our Amudhavalli Ranganathan madam, like already we have got the approval from AICTE under a scheme called Karma scheme, wherein like we will be offering 25 different skill enhancement activities under various verticals to our students. The purpose of that is to upscale the skills of the students, to make them job ready, to make them placement ready. So that's one of the initiative. And the fourth is like we are going to strengthen the activities in technological areas, like already we are doing good in terms of IoT, we all be knowing. So we also have planned to upscale many more activities in drone and electrical vehicle, because you all know like electrical vehicle is going to be emerging like anything, and that's going to be one of the very future technologies that we have to look out for. So we have planned to initiate various activities both in terms of this drones and electrical vehicle. That is the fourth vertical which will be starting. And also we are going to extend product based learning to the students. So that's the fifth thing. And to above all, we will be achieving the NB accreditation in the upcoming year, so which will give you international equals to all the degrees that you will be getting very soon. So these are the initiatives that we have adopted apart from the existing initiatives that we have already been doing, right? Of the kind of things that we have already evolved into our academics. I still remember 4 years back when you all approached CKCET for admission along with your parents. You might be remembering me that I was the person sitting in admission cell. கண்டிப்பா உங்களுக்கு ஞாபகம் இருக்குன்னு நான் நம்புறேன், right? So 4 years back when you all came along with your father seeking admission in our CKCET, we gave you a promise. We gave you a promise that after the 4 years of studies in CKCET, we will place you. அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு நாங்க உங்களுக்கு வார்த்தை கொடுத்திருந்தோம். Hope you all might remember that, right? And I'm very much elated that we are fulfilling the promise that we have committed 4 years back. The CKCET has fulfilled the promise that we had committed 4 years back. So this is the day which I'm feeling highly elated that we have fulfilled the promise that we have made. ஞாபகம் இருக்கும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். Still I could remember the interaction with many of your parents and you. கண்டிப்பா வந்து உங்களுக்கு ஞாபகம் இருக்கா தெரியல, but I remember, and I have very close discussion with many of your fathers. Like I can quote the name also, name of many இங்க இருக்க ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் சில பேரோட நேம் கூட I can name it. That is the kind of conversation, because it will be taking about like an hour, 1.5 hour kind of conversation that we have made, and based on which you have agreed and you have taken your admission. So I'm very glad that we have fulfilled the promise today. Second thing, it was all possible. It was all possible because of the sheer committed effort by our, starting from our professor to your department placement officers, by your HOD, to top it all, the committed effort taken by the placement and training team headed by Jeyashanthan and Ashik, right? So without their sheer determination and effort, this may not have been possible. Like this kind of 233 offers and 170 students plus students getting placed in 83 plus different companies, it may not have been possible because without the humongous effect starting from your professor to top it all by the placement and training team, right? So that's one thing that I have to convey. At this juncture, I tell you the commitment that we have made 4 years back, right? Already we have committed that we will be giving you the offers, that we are fulfilling it today. But at this juncture, I tell you the commitment the commitment is not going to over by now, right? We will continue to commit ourselves, and we will be support you in your growth and well-being, right? So அது வந்து கண்டிப்பா நாங்க வந்து we as an institution, we ever have a very good bond with our alumni. We need to have a very good bond with our alumni, because alumni are the brand ambassadors of the CKCET. We strongly believe that, and we will have a very good association, and we will continue to commit with you, and we all wish that you scale up in your life very soon. So 2 years back, one of our alumni students came to our CKCET for recruitment. One of our alumni students, I believe like he is from MBA, and he had recruited about 20 plus students from CSE and ECE in a company called American IT Solutions, right? So when he came for a kind of recruitment to our institution, we could see in him like we could feel a sense of pride in him. நான் இந்த காலேஜில் படித்தேன், இங்கேருந்து வெளியே போனேன், Now I came here as a recruiter. That is the kind of sense of pride that he had carried when he supported our institution. So, under Madri, a sense of pride that every and each one of you who are here, sitting here, should have. And we will be awaiting you to host you as recruiters soon. So, அதுக்கு என்ன பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, you have to scale up your performance, you have to lift the top positions in a very short span of time. And we as an institution will wait for you to host you as the recruiter soon. So, that's the one thing, humble request that I keep it from my end. Now, one more point that I like to cover is that don't consider having got your degree, which you have finished it today, having got a placement, the education is going to stop here. Never consider that, right? ஒரு பிங்கிற டிகிரி வாங்கிட்டாலோ ஒரு வேலை வாங்கிட்டாலோ அதோட எஜுகேஷன் முடிஞ்சிருச்சு அப்படின்னு மட்டும் ப்ளீஸ் நெவர் கன்சிடர், ரைட்? Actual journey of education is going to start from now. That's the real truth. Even my own fellow professor, like who is my guide, who used to say, after completion of my PhD degree, he told me, Saravanan, now only your real research is going to start. Abdin sonar. That's the real fact. See, whatever you have learned is like it's a very, very small thing, and you are going to learn a very lot from now on. So I want to quote I want to just share a few quotes that stress that like lifelong learning is very much essential. If you see the quote by German-born physicist Albert Einstein, he says, intellectual growth should commence at birth and ceases only at death, right? So intellectual growth commences at growth, but it should cease only at death. So till then, we should continue to upgrade ourselves with knowledge. That's a very important thing that each and every individual should do. Second interesting quote by John F. Kennedy, the former US president, is that leadership and learning are indispensable to each other. When you want to become a leader, you should never leave the habit of learning. Both are indispensable to each other, right? So very soon you will all become a team leaders and you will be leading a very big teams under you. And when you want to achieve that in a very fast span of time, in a very quick span of time, then you should scale up or you should continue to learn like anything. It's a very, very important thing that you should keep on continually doing that. And the last quote, it says that, like it was by J. Samit, an American author, it says, lifelong learning is no longer a luxury, but a necessity for employment. When you want an employment, lifelong learning is no longer a luxury, it's a very big necessity, right? Because you all know, we being a technology people, we all understand how fast the technology is getting upgraded, right? So when you want to be in pace with the changes in technology, when you want to be in the market, like you want to upgrade every day the technology is upgrading, and if you fail to upgrade yourself, then obviously we will be losing a track somewhere, right? So please, I stress you like anything, continue your learning, right? The degree which you are earning today or the degree which you will be earning in a very short span of time doesn't mean that your education is complete, right? It's just a ticket that you have earned, and please continue to study because lifelong learning is very, very important to excel in your career. I also want to discuss on yet another context, the success of man, right? You all reached one point of success. You all have completed your graduation. You all have earned a degree. You all have had a job also by today. You will be receiving your offers and you will be having a job. Already few of you have already joined a company too, right? To a certain level of success you have achieved, right? But what is the real success? Honestly speaking, like what is a real success, right? Real success அப்படிங்கிறது என்ன அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, it's not mere making money, right? Real success doesn't mean like just mere making money doesn't mean that you are achieving a big success, right? There is yet another thing that we need to do. We need to create an impact in the society. That's very, very important, right? பிறந்தோம் வாழ்ந்தோம் இறந்தோங்கிறது வந்து it's not at all a thing, right? We need to create an impact in the society. That is what is the power of an education, right? So அந்த மாதிரி impact create பண்ணணும். That's very, very, very important. We the CKCET alumni has to create. That's very, very important, right? நீங்கெல்லாம் பண்ணா மட்டும்தான் that will bring a laurel to the institution. It's very, very important. Please keep it in mind, right? Mere making money is not the success. We need to create a very big impact in the society, right? இந்த இடத்துல சொல்லணும் அப்படின்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா, I can share the slice of life of Abdul Kalam, right? Abdul Kalam, all along his career, he had not made any much money, right? To his credit, right? Even when he left the presidential palace that is Rashtrapati Bhavan, even it was addressed in many of the news article that he just carried few suitcases carrying few books and dresses. That's it. That's the thing that he had when he was leaving to Anna University that he is carrying with him. But when he expired, the entire country mourned like anything, as if they have lost one of a family member in their own family, right? When Abdul Kalam expired, the entire India, right, starting from Kanyakumari to Kashmir, everyone in the country had mourned like anything, as if that they have lost a family member from their own family, right? What is the kind of life that he had led? You please see, right? Each and every student or every engineer who are sitting here should achieve something like that, which I mean like you should achieve a lifestyle of that kind, which means like rendu vidhama nama sollalam, you should lead a life of such kind, and you also achieve a career path of such kind. That's very important, right? You will be marching towards your career path. அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு career path வந்து I wish like you all should achieve in your life. And post this, you all will be moving to your professional life, right? And as far as your professional life is concerned, it's very well known that your professional skills, right, and the managerial skills and the life skills that you have earned in the college is going to help you, right? It's not the theoretical books that's going to help you further. The professional skills that you have earned, the life skills that you have earned in the institution is going to help you in excelling in your in your career, right? I believe like the technological skills that we have taught you through various courses and programs will surely help you in terms of your professional knowledge, and the life skills that we have taught you through this Winner Life program will help you in the industries, right? So these are the two things that we have already given, and I believe, I am very certain that it will help you in your future too, in your career. And according to me, I believe in 5 success mantra as far as my career is concerned. First and foremost thing is live with purpose. That's very, very important, right? You should not lead a life like as it comes. There should be a meaning for the life that we have, right? Please live with a purpose. இதுக்கும் வந்து I want to quote the statement by Abdul Kalam, right? Abdul Kalam வந்து when he expired, like I was traveling, like I could see in each and every poster, it carried a message, right? Our birth may be an incident, but death should be a history, right? இன்னைக்கு வந்து our birth may be an incident, but death should be a history, right? So just to see the power of the word that he had written, right? We all had born, but we should create a history before we die. That's the most important thing, right? So அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு பர்பஸோட வந்து each and every one should take our personal life and as well as our professional life. Second thing is, very important thing is, like please exhibit higher order of emotional intelligence. That is very, very important. And the third thing is like please exhibit higher order of integrity. That you may have joined a company, right? The company may be small, the company may be big, the company may give you very less salary, or company may give you a top salary, right? It is immaterial. Wherever you join, please exhibit higher order of integrity, right? And I'm very certain that it will elevate you to the next level, right? Wherever you join, please keep it in mind, please exhibit higher order of integrity. That is what any company would expect from an employee, right? That's the fourth point. Stand out of the crowd. That's very, very important, right? Each and every human being is unique. Everyone, we are not looking alike, right? Each and every individual human being is unique, right? What's the difference between an ordinary and an extraordinary, right? இந்த ரெண்டு வார்த்தைக்குள்ள வித்தியாசத்தை நான் கேட்டோம்னா, what's the difference? Ordinary and extraordinary. That extra is the difference, right? That extra is the difference, right? And extra is limitless also, right? So we should not be an ordinary person. We should be an extraordinary person, right? Extraங்கிறதுக்கு என்ன? அதுக்கு அளவுகோல் இல்லை. It is limitless, right? சரியா? So every time, every minute that you live, try to acquire something extra. Try to learn something extra from the rest of the people, right? That will take you to the next level. I believe you. Please practice that, right? Stand out of the crowd. Try to do something extra, and whichever the company you join, it will have a measure and it will look at you and surely elevate you to the next level, right? That's very, very important thing. And approach everything with clarity and focus. That's very, very important. That's the last point that I would like to cover, right? So with this, I conclude my speech, and I like to conclude my speech with the famous quote by Swami Vivekananda: "Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached." Thank you all.
Thank you, sir, for your words are thought-provoking and made us to think big.
Mr. Jeyashanthan, placement officer, is here to share the placement success of the students of the batch 2022.
A warm good evening to one and all present here. Carrying forward a legacy of excellence, CKCET is honored to announce the successful completion of the campus placement process for the batch of 2022. With the high capable pool of candidates who are not only qualified but also versatile, CKCET has proven to be the institute of choice for many recruiters across the nation. This is reflected in the fact that many of them have recruited students from our institutions for different functional areas and domains. 170 students from this batch have backed 233 offers. This is not just job offers, these are the prestigious offers. Our engineering students have secured an average salary package of Rs 4 lakh per annum, and the MBA students have hit an average salary package of Rs 6 lakh per annum. We have 83 plus recruiters this year, and though it pains us that we have not been able to give slots to many more recruiters, we still rejoice in the fact that more and more recruiters are constantly showing great interest. Even for the upcoming years, let's have a brief look at our recruiters and the salary package offered. Zoho Corp has offered one of students a salary package of 8.4 lakhs per annum. The highest package offered by an IT company, the next highest offer is 7 lakh per annum by TCS. Some of the other notable recruiters who have offered more than 5 lakhs per annum are MSc Technology, Vivriti Capital, Visflight and Scholar, among others. Followed by the companies such as like AMI, that means of American Megatron, DLF and Oppo have offered more than 4 lakhs per annum. In addition to this, the list goes on and on, like TCS, Wipro, Infosys, Emphasis, Avasoft, Atos Global, Atos Central, Excelacom, Pinnacle, Face Academy, Aspire Systems, Focus Academy, K7 Computing, Multivista Global, Sutherland, Datazoic, Zylogic, JLL, Asian Paints, TPRS, DLF, and Haritha Texo, and many more. We are grateful to our Executive Director, Principal, Placement Coordinators, and the entire faculty of CKCET for their continuous and unwavering guidance and support throughout the academic year in all operations. In addition to this, our vast alumni network has helped us a lot in nurturing relationship with various industries. They always ensure that our students avail the best opportunities and the chance to learn from and interact with corporate leaders. We are thankful to all our recruiters for having faith in our institutions. I wish to all our students a great success. Before I leave, I have one of my favorite quote by Zig Ziglar: "Success occurs when opportunity meets preparation. Be prepared to succeed in all the opportunities that comes your way." Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We wish to reach even better heights in the future.
Think big. Think fast, think ahead. Thinking is no one's monopoly. Our beloved Executive Director, Ms. Amudhavalli Ranganathan, is always thinking ahead and keeps inspiring us every day. We humbly request you to take over the dais, ma'am.
Good evening, everyone. Uh, Rajesh, thank you so much for being with us today. And it's indeed such a proud moment to have you with us. And to all the CK institutions, faculties, and non-teaching staffs, everyone, and Ashik Jeyashanthan and Principal Saravanan sir, Arulaalan sir, all the HODs. Congratulations. And தமிழ்ல சொல்லணும்னா பசங்களை நல்லபடியா கரை சேர்த்துட்டோம். So I think we have done it. That's something very proud that we are all satisfied. Congratulations to all the professionals. As Saravanan sir said, I don't want to call you all students. You're all grown out now. No? Professionals ஆயிட்டீங்க. So how do you feel to hold this offer letter in your hand? சந்தோஷமா இருக்கா? You have achieved it. You feel that you have done something. Yes. Yeah. So, don't you all deserve a big round of applause? So, it is not easy. I know there were a lot of things you had to prepare right from school, right? Then scoring your marks, and then comes your 11th, 12th standard, how you had to, burn so many midnight oils to get into a good college, choose the course, right course, then dilemma, then choosing what you want. And finally, this 4 years of college. College life, did you all enjoy college life? Tell me that. No? Corona. Yeah, little bit. ஏதோ லைட்டா. ஸோ கொரோனா நிறைய பாடம்லாம் நம்ம கத்து கொடுத்துச்சு. சம்திங் தட் நன் ஆஃப் இஸ் இமேஜின்ட், நன் ஆஃப் இஸ் தாட். யாராவது யோசிச்சிருப்போமா நம்ம அப்பா அம்மா காலத்துலலாம் இந்த மாதிரி இருந்திருக்கா? இல்லவே இல்லைல்ல. we have something to say that எங்க காலத்துல இந்த மாதிரிலாம் இருந்தது தெரியுமா? 2 வருஷம் காலேஜ்ல no exams were online exams were very different how you write offline exams, right? Yeah, open book exam. So அதெல்லாம் அப்போ இருந்திருக்கோம். நம்ம you somehow managed, okay, எப்படியோ you have made it to this level. I know college வந்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் நிறைய you had to, the way you study, the way you do so many things would have been different. College life ஒருத்தர் பழகி மாஸ்கோட இந்த அந்த என்ன ஏதோ ஒரு படத்துலாம்லாம் கண்ணு மட்டும் தெரியும் அந்த மாதிரி all of us, right? Unless we become familiar with the person, then we can identify, oh, this is that, oh, that is the person. So I think that Corona has taught wonderful lessons to all of us. First of all, how to survive, right? How to survive in tough situations. Your family lot of different things each of you would have faced, friends, family, different types of stress. Business இருக்கட்டும், வேலை, அப்பா வேலையா இருக்கலாம், அம்மா வேலையா இருக்கலாம். Someone would have been affected out of COVID. But we all learned how to swim in that deep waters. அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு இக்கட்டான தருணத்துல எப்படி நம்ம அந்த பாதையை கடந்து போறதுன்னு நம்ம கொஞ்சம் நல்லாவே கத்துக்கிட்டோம். சில பேர் கொஞ்சம் ஈஸியா நடந்து போயிருப்போம், ஸ்விம் பண்ணிருப்போம். பட் சில பேருக்கு ரொம்ப கொஞ்சம் அடி உதையெல்லாம் ஓட. பட் I think that is the best thing that life can teach us. We learned so many values because of Corona. We learned the value of people, value of, we didn't know that, right? Until ellame romba easy ah kadichiruchu. Everything was that. We didn't know the value of food. Did we ever imagine that, we are going to depend on Swiggy, we are going to depend on Amazon, Flipkart, so many things. Today everything comes, life has just changed so much. We are all glued so much to technology. And the world has become very, very competitive. கொரோனா அப்போ நிறைய நியூஸ்ல பார்த்துருப்போம். நிறைய கம்பெனிஸ் பே கட் பண்ணாங்க. நிறைய கம்பெனிஸ் வேலைகளை ஆள் குறைச்சாங்க. So many things we saw. And how those people have now, life is bounced back to normalcy, but how we are, bouncing back. You have a lot more road ahead, how companies will perceive you. Today, as much as your skill set is very, very important, you have to every day spend some time. Not இப்போ வந்து ஒரு ப்ரோக்ராமிங் பண்றீங்க, யூ ஆர் அன் எக்ஸ்பர்ட் இன் தட், நான் ஜஸ்ட் அந்த ஒரு நீட் அந்த ஒரு டைம் வந்து வெறும் ப்ரோக்ராமிங்ல மட்டுமே வந்து டோன்ட் கிவ், ரைட்? யூ split your time in a more organized way. To develop your skill set, you give some time for yourself during the day. To develop your personality, give some time for yourself during the day. And thinkனா நம்ம படுத்துக்கிட்டே யோசிக்கிறது, பாட்டு கேட்டுட்டு யோசிக்கிறது, காஃபி குடிச்சிட்டு யோசிக்கிறது. Not that thinking. Think in a structured way. ஸ்ட்ரக்சர்ட் வேனா அதுவும் எப்படி, அது ஸ்ட்ரக்சர்ட் வே என்ன பண்ண முடியும்? ஸ்ட்ரக்சர்ட் வே. இன்னைக்கு எந்த பெரிய ஆளுங்களை நீங்க எடுத்துக்கிட்டாலும், லைஃப்ல ரொம்ப சக்சஸ்ஃபுல்லான பீப்புளை நீங்க எடுத்துக்கிட்டாலுமே, எல்லாருமே அவங்களுக்கான ஒரு சில மணி நேரம் ஒரு நாள்ல வந்து ஒதுக்குனதுனால மட்டும்தான் அவங்களால இன்னைக்கு லைஃப்ல இந்த அளவுக்கு சாதிக்க முடிஞ்சது. இட் கேன் பி நீங்க மார்னிங் ஹவர்ஸா இருக்கலாம். இஃப் யூர் அ மார்னிங் பேர்ட், காலைல எழுந்த உடனே ஒரு 1 hour கிவ் சம் டைம் ஃபார் யோர் செல்ஃப். ஸ்விட்ச் ஆஃப் யுவர் செல் ஃபோன்ஸ். டெல் யுவர் பீப்புள், யுவர் ஃபேமிலி மெம்பர்ஸ் அந்த டைம்ல வந்து டிஸ்டர்ப் பண்ண வேணாம்னு சொல்றீங்க. எங்க யாரும் உங்களை டிஸ்டர்ப் பண்ணாம இருப்பாங்களோ அந்த இடத்துல போய் உட்காந்துக்கோங்க. You can have a notebook or a pen, or ideally if you have some laptop or எதுலயோ வந்து where you can make some notes. Think what you want to do. உங்களுக்குன்னு வந்து லைஃப்ல கோல் என்ன? இன்னைக்கு ஒன்று யோசிக்கிறேன், நாளைக்கு ஒன்று யோசிக்கிறேன், நாளைக்கு வேற ஒன்று யோசிக்கிறேன், அப்படி இல்லை. சப்போஸ் யூ வாண்ட் டு சே என்னோட வேல்யூ சிஸ்டம் இதுதான் அப்படின்னா, எவ்ரிடே அதை பத்தி நம்ம கொஞ்சம் யோசிச்சு பண்ணதான் வரும். யூ நீட் டு ஷார்பன் யுவர் சா. இந்த விறகு வெட்டி கதை கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கீங்களா? எனிஒன்? நோ? சார், ஒரு ஒரு ஊர்ல வந்து 2 விறகு வெட்டி இருந்தாங்க. 2 woodcutters. And they used to go to the forest. காட்டுக்கு போய் வந்து விறகு வெட்டுவாங்க. அதுல வந்து ஒருத்தர் வந்து ரொம்ப மணி நேரம் எடுத்துப்பாரு விறகு வெட்ட, லைக் 8 hours வெட்டு இவ்வளோ டன் வந்து அவர் வெட்டுவார். இன்னொருத்தர் வந்து ஒரு 2 மணி நேரம் தான் விறகு வெட்டுவார். பட் பார்த்தா இவர் அதிகமான வந்து விறகு வந்து வெட்டி முடிச்சிருப்பாரு. என்ன பண்றான் இவன், என்னன்னா காலையில இருந்து இவ்வளவு நேரம் விறகு வெட்டிட்டு இருக்கேன், என்னால அவனோட கவுண்ட்டை மேட்சே பண்ண முடியல, அவன் வந்து 2 மணி நேரம் தான் வெட்டுறான், ஆனா என்னோட ஜாஸ்தி வெட்டிடுறான், என்னதான் அவன் அப்படி பண்றான்? பார்த்தா அவர் வந்து அந்த ரிமைனிங் ஹவர்ஸ் இருக்குல்ல, இவங்க 2 பேரும் ஒன்னாதான் காலைல ஸ்டார்ட் பண்றாங்க, ஒன்னாதான் முடிக்கிறாங்க. அவர் என்ன பண்ணுவாராம், பாக்கி டைம் வந்து அந்த அவரோட அந்த இதை வந்து நல்லா வந்து ஷார்பன் பண்ணிக்கிட்டே இருப்பாரு, தீட்டிக்கிட்டே இருப்பாரு. ஸோ தட் அவர் வந்து அந்த விறகு வெட்ட அந்த டைம் எடுத்துக்கிறப்போ ஒரே வெட்டில வந்து இட் வில் டைஸ், பிகாஸ் இஸ் ஷார்பனிங் ஹிஸ் saw. So you need to sharpen your saw. Your saw is your mind, your thinking. So how you're going to develop yourself? நிறைய புக் படிங்க. இன்னைக்கு வந்து you have YouTube இருக்கு, so many podcasts இருக்கு, ஆடியோ புக்ஸ் இருக்கு. படிக்கிறது கஷ்டமா இருந்தா ஜஸ்ட் ஒரு பாட்காஸ்ட்டை வந்து கேளுங்க. இன்னைக்கு உங்களுக்கு தமிழ் கம்ஃபர்டபுளா இருக்குன்னா தமிழ் கேளுங்க. இட் இஸ் ஓகே. ஜஸ்ட் அபவுட் அந்த ஒரு நாலேஜை நம்ம வளர்த்துக்கிறது தான். பட் டூ தட் ஃபார் யுவர் செல்ஃப், விச் இஸ் வெரி வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். வாட் யூ வாண்ட், வாட் ஆர் யுவர் வேல்யூ சிஸ்டம்ஸ் இன் லைஃப், வாட் ஆர் யுவர் பிரின்சிபல்ஸ் இன் லைஃப், வேர் டு யூ வாண்ட் டு பி இன் 5 years? பிளான் யுவர் செல்ஃப். ஸோ 5 yearsல நான் இங்க இருக்கணும்னா, எல்லாமே லைஃப்ல நம்ம போட்ட பிளான் படி நடக்காது, அது நான் ஒத்துப்பேன், இல்லைன்னு சொல்லலை. பட் அட்லீஸ்ட் யூ நீட் டு ஹாவ் அ கோல், பிகின் வித் அன் எண்ட் இன் மைண்ட், அண்ட் ஹாவ் பிளான் A, பிளான் B, பிளான் C. Always at the end of the day you should be able to achieve your goal. Think and act wisely. Sometimes we may have to let go so many things in life. That's okay, but get out of it. When you go to workforce, ஆஃபீஸ்க்கு வேலைக்கு போறீங்கன்னா உங்க பாஸ் வந்து உங்ககிட்ட நீங்க எப்படி நடந்துக்கிறீங்கன்றத பொறுத்து தான் so many things மற்றதெல்லாம் இது பண்ணுவாங்க. ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் சொல்லணும்னா யூ வில் ஹாவ் யோர் இயர்லி இன்க்ரிமெண்ட். ஓகே, இந்த ஒரு வருஷம் வந்து நீங்கள் எப்படி வேலை செஞ்சீங்கன்றதை பொறுத்து உங்களுக்கு சம்பள உயர்வு வந்து ஒரு ஒரு ஆர்கனைசேஷனுக்கும் ஒரு ஒரு அப்ரோச் இருக்கும், ஒரு ஒரு மாதிரி இருக்கும். சப்போஸ் ஓகே, just giving you an scenario, this can happen to anyone. ஆர்கனைசேஷன் வந்து நீங்க எதிர்பார்த்த அளவுக்கு உங்களுக்கு சேலரி கொடுக்கலன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க, we will get rejected. We're all human beings. ஏன்னா நான் இவ்வளோ உழைச்சேன், இவ்வளோ பண்ணேன், நான் அந்த ப்ராஜெக்ட் அந்த டிரான்சிஷனை நான் தான் பண்ணி கொடுத்தேன். Why didn't my boss recognize? It could be any reason. It can be maybe பாஸுக்கு உங்களை பிடிச்சிருக்கலாம், பிடிக்காம இருக்கலாம். All that is different. Don't take it to your mind. Sit when something like this, when you come across in life, sit and analyze, where did you miss the bus? எங்க நம்ம கோட்டை விட்டோம், நம்ம எதா நமக்கு தெரிஞ்சோ தெரியாமலோ எதா நம்ம வந்து நம்மளோட அப்ரோச்சோ நம்மளோட குவாலிட்டி ஆஃப் ஒர்க் கொடுக்கலையா அப்படின்னு ஒரு சின்ன அசஸ்மெண்ட் பண்ணுங்க. உங்களோட செல்ஃப் அசஸ்மெண்ட் பண்ணுங்க. You will get to understand yourself better. And don't keep shifting companies. நான் எதிர்பார்த்த மாதிரி கொடுக்கல, நோ நெக்ஸ்ட் இயர் நான் போயிடுறேன். Don't do that. Stay with the company at least for 3 years. Minimum 2 years. Suppose அந்த company set ஆகல or some reason or the other, then it is different. இந்த 6 மாசம் ஒரு கம்பெனி, ஒரு வருஷம் இன்னொரு கம்பெனி, நிறைய பேர் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா வந்து they'll do that. Don't do that. இந்த சம்பளம் இந்த கம்பெனியோட அந்த சம்பளம் எனக்கு ஜாஸ்தியா கொடுக்குறாங்கன்னு டக்குன்னு சுவிட்ச் ஓவர் ஆகுறது பண்ணவே பண்ணாதீங்க. ஏன் சொல்றேன்னா, இட்ஸ் நாட் ஜஸ்ட் நம்மளும் கம்பெனி நடத்திட்டு இருக்கோம், ஒரு நிறுவனத்து சைட்ல இருந்து வந்து நாங்க என்ன பார்ப்போன்றது வந்து தெரியும். we first see that okay, இவ்வளோ சேஞ்சஸா செட் ஆவாங்களா இந்த ரோலுக்கு. சின்ன ரோலா இருக்கட்டும், பெரிய ரோலா இருக்கட்டும், லீடர்ஷிப்பா இருக்கட்டும், ஈவன் நார்மல் ஒரு L1 ரோல் கூட இருக்கட்டும், ஸ்டெபிலிட்டியே இல்லப்பா இந்த ரெஸ்யூம்ல, எடுத்துக்காதீங்க. How will we able to prove? அதுதான் முதல்ல ஒரு ஆர்கனைசேஷன் நினைப்பாங்க. Not only Kevin Care, any organization you go, they will see your quality of resume. And ஒரு இடத்துல வேலை பார்த்துருக்கீங்கன்னா, what are your achievements? என்ன பண்ணிருக்கீங்க அங்க, அக்கம்ப்ளிஷ்மெண்ட். நம்ம saying நீங்க இருந்தீங்களா அங்க உடனே ஒரு 100 கோடி டேர்ன் ஓவர் கொடுத்தீங்களா, அப்படி நான் சொல்லல. நீங்க இருந்த ரோல்ல என்ன பெஸ்டா கான்ட்ரிபியூட் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. which means your delivery, your timing, your meeting your deadlines, so many things you will have to work hard. Hard work மட்டும் பத்தாது, smart work-ம் தேவை. Like the woodcutter, you need to sharpen your saw, you need to work smart. And lot of times what we will get caught is office politics. Politics is everywhere. I'm sure family it starts, it moves. We have been tuned எப்படி சில விஷயங்களை எப்படி சில பேர் இருப்பாங்கன்னு தெரியும். பட் ஆஃபீஸ்லயுமே அது இருக்கு, அங்கேயும் அது விதிவிலக்கு கிடையாது. How you manage people, how you manage your stakeholders. நம்ம பாஸுக்கு வந்து சில சமயம் நம்மளை பிடிக்கலாம், பிடிக்காம போகலாம். பட் ரிமெம்பர் ஒன் திங், we can't choose our parents. நம்ம அப்பா அம்மா யாரும் நம்ம நிர்ணயம் பண்ண முடியுமா? முடியாது, கரெக்ட்? பட் we accept it. சில பேருக்கு க்ளோஸான ரிலேஷன்ஷிப் இருக்கலாம், சில பேருக்கு ஒரு லவ் ஹேட் ரிலேஷன்ஷிப் இருக்கலாம். தட் இஸ் ஓகே, பட் யூ நோ டு திஸ் திங். சிமிலர்லி, யூ கேன் நாட் டிசைட் who your boss is. Whoever is your boss, be clear that you will have to work for them. But how are you going to prove yourself and scale yourself? Sometimes some bosses will be very, very tough. How are you going to put up with them? How are you going to ensure you are giving the best? They should ensure that he's the best key performer in my team. I need him in my team. அப்படின்னு வந்து நீங்க வந்து வேலை செய்யற விதத்துல, நடந்துக்கிற விதத்துல, பழகுற விதத்துல தான் இருக்கு. Your integrity is very, very, very important. நேர்மை, நியாயம், very, very important. When we don't have the right attitude, right value system, everything will come crashing down. Anybody you take in this world, வாழ்க்கையில் அவங்க மேல மேல போயிட்டே இருக்காங்கன்னா, அவங்க எங்கேருந்து அவங்க பயணத்தை ஆரம்பிச்சாங்கன்றதை அவங்க மறக்கவே இல்லை. They are still humble, they are still grounded, they are still down to earth. அன்னைக்கு பார்த்தா அதே ஆள்கிட்ட இன்னும் சகஜமா தோல் மேல கை போட்டு தான் பேசுவாங்க. பணம் வந்துட்டா, பதவி வந்துட்டா மாறலாம் நிறைய பேர் பண்ணுவாங்க. சில பேருக்கு அது வந்துடும், கொஞ்சம் அந்த தலகணம்ன்றது வரும். இது வரப்போ நம்ம தான் தட்டி உட்கார வைக்கணும். நம்ம தட்டி உட்கார வைக்கலன்னா ஊரு நம்மளை தட்டி உட்கார வைக்கும். It can go to different intensities depending on the individual. ஒருத்தவங்களோட விதம் பொறுத்து இருக்கு. பட் அதை வச்சுட்டு நம்ம என்ன பண்ண போறோம்? தலகணத்தை வச்சுட்டு nothing. Whereas you just keep it aside, just see that okay, you have achieved, you have done something big. Why do you love A.R. Rahman? So many Oscars, Rajinikanth, all of them. Why? There are people also who have left us with good examples, right? Abdul Kalam. Why do we all really cherish these human beings? Because wherever they are, whichever level of success they went in life, they never showed their power. They never threw such tantrums on everyone. They were just still the same simple human being. That is very, very, very important. You will earn a lot of people. Even in your projects, the way you behave, even ஒரு நமக்கு அந்த பர்சன் கிட்ட அந்த ஒரு ஹெல்ப் நம்ம வரவே வராதுன்னு நினைச்சிருப்போம். பட் they may come forward and help you out. What is the kind of people that we are will only matter. I always tell my team, whichever projects I handle, I used to tell, எல்லாருக்குமே லைஃப்ல ஒரு when we work in a company. And when that station comes, we have to get down, including myself. But organization பேண்ட் வாத்தியத்தோட நம்மளை இறக்கி விட போதா, இல்ல ட்ரெயின் ஓடிட்டு இருக்க ட்ரெயின்ல தள்ளி விட போதான்றது நம்ம நடந்துக்கிற விதத்துல தான் இருக்கு. Your attitude, values is very, very important. Over and above, first attitude, values, அப்புறம் தான் ஸ்கில் செட்னு நான் சொல்லுவேன். இது ரெண்டும் இருந்துச்சுன்னா ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா உங்களோட டேலண்ட், உங்களோட திறமை வளர்ந்துகிட்டே இருக்கும். அதை பத்தி கவலையே பட வேண்டாம். பட் எல்லாமே தெரியும்னு நினைக்காதீங்க. உங்களோட ஷார்பன் யுவர் சா, ரீட் புக்ஸ், படிப்பை இப்போ வேலைக்கு போறீங்க, அதுக்கப்புறம் அப்படியே சம்பாதிக்கிறதுல போயிடும். வி வில் ஹேவ் சம் கமிட்மெண்ட்ஸ், டிஃப்ரெண்ட் ப்ரையாரிட்டிஸ் இன் லைஃப், எல்லாமே வரலாம். பட் ஒன் பாயிண்ட் ஆஃப் டைம், டூ யுவர் பிஜி, upgrade yourself. Education is very, very important. There are numerous people, even without that, they have gone up in life. But when you have a degree, your PG, it is more, you will be able to, more opportunities will open for you. And when you choose such co-PGs, choose the right college. Because other colleges, marks of schools, இதெல்லாம் entry ticket தான். அந்த entry ticket கரெக்டான டிக்கெட்டா இருக்கணும். Today, it is not, today in fact this morning we had a meeting. And this person, நீங்க கிஸ்ஃபுல்லான ஒரு கம்பெனி கேள்விப்பட்டிருப்பீங்க. Suresh Samandam, managing director. Few months back he was on the news that he has appreciated so much of his employees. அவங்களுக்குலாம் ஒரு BMW Benz luxury காரே வாங்கி கிஃப்டா, சர்ப்ரைஸ் கிஃப்டா கொடுத்தாரு. அவரோட ப்ராஃபிட்டை ஷேர் பண்ணாரு. Why will he do that? He is also a man from Cuddalore and he studied in our own CK school. Which is such a proud moment for all of us. But why did he do that? He values his employees. At the same time, his employees ensured that they are being valued by him. So it is both ways. ரெண்டு கை தட்டினாதான் அவசை. So how you are with the company, whatever work you do it with full passion. Give your best. But you're today in a role, assume you're in a executive manager role or something. நான் CEO ஆகணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு அதே மைண்ட்ல வச்சுட்டு அந்த வேலையை பண்ணாதீங்க. இன்னைக்கு உங்க டேபிள்ல உங்களுக்கு கொடுத்திருக்கிற ரோல், do it to your fullest, give your best. உங்களை தவிர யாருமே அதை பெட்டரா பண்ணிருக்க முடியாத அளவுக்கு கொடுங்க. ஏன்னா அதை நீங்க பண்ணீங்கனாலே ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா யூ வில் ரீச் த டாப். ஸோ டூ தட். அண்ட் as I always tell, leave the crown in the garage. Don't take it inside your house. Don't take it inside the office. Sometimes our eyes will be covered with dirt when we wear that crown and when we feel that weight. When I say crown, it is the attitude, it's the head weight, it's everything, the ego, everything I'm saying. Wear it when nobody is around. Yena, that is very, very important. Remember, you all have a role to play in life. You have the role of a daughter, you have the role of a son, you have the role of a brother or a sister, or you're in a relationship. No one else can play a role better than them. Company will always get another employee. But learn to balance both your personal and professional life. அதுக்காக 5 மணிக்கு நான் பைய தூக்கிட்டு ஓடுவேன். Don't do that also. You take up a task, you need to know how you marry both. How you balance both your professional and personal life. You need to also go beyond call of duty. நான் ஸ்ட்ரிக்டா இந்த டைமுக்கு தான் இருப்பேன். No. You know why Indians are chosen by most of the companies internationally? Because we work very hard. We do smart work also, and we go beyond the call of duty. We never say it is a weekend, I won't work. Friday varakattu, Saturday varakattu, Sunday varakattu. If there is work, you will be the first person to. Indians will be the first person to do that. That is the trait and attitude that we always carry. You need to have that as well. And at a young age, எல்லாமே ஒரே நாள்ல வந்துராது. Over a course of time, you will learn everything. It is okay, we make a lot of errors. Boss ஒரு presentation பண்ண சொல்றாங்க மற்ற பேர் முன்னாடி, all that, you're not prepared enough. Don't fear, it is okay. Even if you mess the presentation, it is fine. But don't back out. Don't give it up. Next time you will do definitely much better. Be determined. Believe in yourself. Self-confidence ரொம்ப ரொம்ப முக்கியம். When you go to work, people will try to pull you down. There will be so many things. Don't have this insecurity, inferiority complex. I'm from a small town. அதெல்லாம் கிடையாது. இன்னைக்கு small townல இருந்து இருக்கிறவங்க தான் so many achievers, right? So who you are at the end of the day matters. So I leave it with that and wish you all a great, successful career ahead. And I'm sure you all will fly high and come out with flying colors. And you've all made us so proud. Very, very happy for you. Keep rocking. And my hearty congratulations to your family members as well. And to all the support system, your friends and well-wishers, whoever has supported you during this journey. You're all entering into a new phase of next phase of life, mature adults. Okay, be brave, be bold, stay strong, face everything, and never give up. It's all yours. Thank you, team.
Thank you, ma'am. It's an absolute honor to listen to your insightful speech. A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. We have with us our chief guest, Ms. Usha Gurunathan, Director and Business Head of Hema Enterprises Private Limited, a well-wisher, a charismatic leader, and a great role model. She spearheaded the growth of HEPL, which has risen from 4 employees to 3,500 plus employees in a very short time. Our students are lucky to have you here with us in spite of your busy schedule. We would be honored if you can enlighten us, ma'am.
தமிழ்ல பேசலாமா? ஓகே. ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் எல்லாரும் கை தூக்குங்க. Turn your hand like this. All of you turn your hand like this. Hands up. Turn your hand. Pat yourself on the back. Did you? No? Because you deserved one. I couldn't come to your seats and do it. she said, my busy schedule. I wouldn't have missed this for anything. Thank you for having me, Amudha. Really, thank you, Dr. Saravanan. எல்லாரும் நான் பேசணும்னு வச்சிருந்த பாயிண்ட் எல்லாத்தையும் சொல்லிட்டாங்க. ஸோ திருப்பி நான் சொன்னேன்னா நான் அவங்க சொன்னதே திருப்பி சொல்ற மாதிரி உங்களுக்கு இருக்கும், போர் அடிக்கும். The one thing that I want to leave with you is, of course, that integrity is key to everything. That is really right, and hard work and all that. The one thing I regretted, I'm going to tell you now because I'm sure all of you will like it. யாரெல்லாம் 96 படம் பார்த்தீங்க? பார்த்தீங்களா? Please don't wait for a long time for the college reunion, the alumni reunion. Have it much ahead of this, have it every year if possible. The thing that I regretted, I met my college mates after, I think, 15 years, and I regretted it so much. Paadi pera adayalame theriyala. So please do it very, very often. Okay? Next time, I hope, in the list of colleges that Jeyashanthan read, the companies, HEPL tops that list. All of you are already welcome. Anytime, please just walk into HEPL. We are a group company. So please just walk into HEPL if you are looking for a job. You or your alumni, seniors, juniors, whoever. Of course, we are going to work very closely with the college, executive team to sign up an MOU so we all can become partners in the even the recruitments. Everybody said we've started with a 3-member employee and we've grown to this level. Cuddalore is a very, very nice belt where எனக்கு +2 படிச்சவங்க வந்து வேலை பண்ணா போதுனா கூட மினிமம் MBA தான் கிடைக்கிறாங்க. That is the level of education that your parents are, the people in this belt are giving their kids. So hats off to your parents who put, I'm myself a parent, I put my son through college. I know what I went through. நீங்கெல்லாம் எக்ஸாம் எழுதும்போது டென்ஷனாக இருந்தீங்களோ இல்லையோ நாங்கள் டென்ஷனில் இருந்தோம். The amount, all of you are, spend some time during COVID at home, right? கோவிட்ல வீட்டில் இருந்தாலும் ஆன்லைன் கிளாஸ் படிச்சிங்க. நீங்கள் எக்ஸாம் எழுதினோடனே உங்கள் அம்மா டெய்லி கோயில் போயிட்டு வந்திருப்பாங்க கண்டிப்பாக, கரெக்டா? ஸோ we prayed more than you. நீங்கள் கூட நினச்சிருப்பீங்க நான் தானே படித்து நான் தானே கஷ்டப்பட்டு எக்ஸாம் எழுதுறேன்னு. But we prayed for you guys. As parent, we prayed for you guys. I see all these professors and all the, they're all so proud that you guys they read out the CTCs. Some of it may, be more than maybe what they are drawing right now, as, you guys are getting it as a, somebody who's going to start the career. But you know what? You're leaving them behind and you're starting their career. They are still so proud of you. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Thank you very much for all that you guys do. We keep going back to school to do the reunion. So first half of the day is spent at school and college. Second half with the friends, outside. The teachers are so proud of us. The professors the lecturers are so proud of us. நாங்க எங்க அவங்கள விட்டு வந்தவங்களோ இன்னைக்கும் அவங்க அங்கதான் இருக்காங்க, or some may have got retired, but they still come back. But we have come places. Don't forget what they did in your life to be where you are today. Please definitely visit them. They'll be super proud to see you. Yeah? Fair ask? Many of you may not be able to relocate, which is okay. There is an organization which is getting built in your home ground here. Please do come and work with us. Many of you will be going to work, but will be working from home. I tell this to all my employees who join and start working from home. With working from home comes a lot of responsibility. Do not think that it is work from home and take it for granted and not log in and give those required productive hours. It's just that the location of work is work from home. You're not inside an office premises where you're watched. But you still have to put in those required hours, give the required results. Fair ask? அதுக்கு தானே நம்மளுக்கு சம்பளம் கொடுக்க போறாங்க. வீட்டில இருந்து வேலை பண்ணாலும் ஆஃபீஸ்ல போய் வேலை பண்ணாலும் நம்ம கிட்டேருந்து என்ன நம்ம பண்ணணுமோ அதை பண்ணி முடிக்கணும். வீட்டில இருந்து வேலை பண்ணுங்கிறதுக்காக பஜனை பண்ணலாம்னு நினைக்காதீங்க. Sooner or later you will anyway get caught, because organizations will have their own methods to review and understand what is the progress you are making. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you very much for having me here, and I'm so happy. I actually had to leave early and I'm so regretting it. I really wanted to stay till the end. Thank you very much. Good luck. And I hope that some of you will be my future leaders in all the organizations that we are building. Thank you very much and look forward to working with all of you if possible. Good luck.
Thank you for your inspirational words. It's a great privilege to listen to your words of wisdom, ma'am.
Mr. Rajesh, HR of Hema Enterprises Private Limited, a gentleman of versatile talent who has grown to great heights. Please share a few words with our students, sir.
Good evening to all. At the outset, I should say that it's my great honor and privilege to be here. I'm a very humble, dutiful, employee of Hema's Enterprises Private Limited, and that is the only responsibility that I carry personally here. And to be in the august presence of the executive director and her entire fraternity of the college, staff, I think it's a great privilege. I think it's a great honor. Thank you so much, and I very much appreciate to be with the family and fraternity here. And I think all of your, the words that you've said, in fact, all that I've heard so far, mostly covers what is required for you to, step into the corporate. So there is, if I were to say there is anything that I need to add, it will become very prescriptive. I don't want to do that. But to start with, I think I'm sure each of you believe that you have done something great right now, right? What you're holding in your hand as the offer letter. Do you consider that as an important milestone that you have done so far in your life? Do you feel that, all of you? I mean, is there all of you not feeling comfortable speaking to me? Come on, give me some feedback. How do you feel about it? Are you feeling good? You achieved something, some great milestone has happened, right, in our life, isn't it? From studenthood to collegehood, and now you're stepping into being a professional. So while you have done this and you have achieved it with a great, effort, do you also think that the person who's sitting next to you has also put in all the effort and achieved something? Do you feel that? Around you, look to the other left and the right. Do you feel that the person has also done something great? Yes? So why don't you just shake your hands and say congratulations, you did it. Just look at each other, shake your, give a congratulatory hand, and say thank you, you did it. Isn't it? It's very important that we appreciate each and everybody's effort which has gone into this. Trust me, it's a wonderful milestone that you have achieved. It takes me back to my own times when we also, went through campus interviews and how we achieved these things. So I think it's a wonderful milestone. So now, as our principal also put it right, that the learning doesn't stop here; it continues, isn't it? It's a milestone done. But I remember my boss used to say, if you want to celebrate in a nanosecond. Yenda celebration celebrate it in a nanosecond, forget it and move to the next milestone. This used to be one of my learning which I had from one of my bosses. So that is a very important thing that while you're celebrating, yes, you achieve something, but there is more to achieve. So that's an important learning that I got. I think instead of me telling you what you need to do in your corporate life, definitely if you go to Google, you will find everything there, right? So adana thirupi solradhu, it's not a great thing. But I think I'll take something from my experience, as a how I moved from student to corporate life, and maybe that will be helpful to you. I'm not saying all of that, but yeah, something might. So when I got into corporate from studying masters in social work, got into Murugappa Group, as a company. What I learned in that organization, I'm telling you purely what I have learned, right? So it could be an experience, it could help you. So when I spent those 2-3 years in Murugappa Group, what I learned there is whatever you study from academics has to be reinforced when it comes to practical life. In the sense, most of the times, we study, we probably prepare a few days before the exams and pass, right? And sometimes we forget that after some time. So that's what, basically we have a training model called 70-20-10. It says that whatever you study in the classrooms only remains with you 10%. Whatever you learn from your, seniors, your peers, you look and learn, that remains with you 20%. But whatever you do with your own hands in terms of practical work remains with you for 70%.
So the greatest learning that comes to you is the 70. There's a training model. It is called 70-20-10. If any of you want to go through, please go through. Uh, so we rely on practical experience. So my experience in 2 years in Murugappa Group, whatever I learned, I prepared for being a great HR manager to really take care of all my employees and all that. When I went in, then I went into practical life. I knew what life was. And so the learning was totally in, what you learned in theory, you need to know how to apply in practice. So that was the first thing that I learned. Then I moved to Wipro. What I learned there is ethics, basically, in terms of what it means for a company to be ethical, what it means for an employee to be ethical. Now, the concept of ethics is very simple. It says that you should know what you are supposed to do even when nobody is looking at you or nobody is questioning you. Traffic, you're going in the road, there is a traffic light, there's nobody around you. You can choose to violate the traffic light and move. But even then, if there is somebody who's standing there and waiting for the traffic light to become green, and you will see a lot of people behind him will be screeching with their horns, they will actually push you to be unethical. But even when you choose to stand your ground, and that is what is called as ethics. So I learned that a lot there. We were part of the team which designed Wipro 2.0 at that time. Wipro 1.0 was basically the Western vegetable oil company. Western Products Division is what we call. That is what is Wipro basically. WIPRO is Western India Vegetable Products Division. But then, when Wipro 2.0 happened, we had the rainbow flower. I don't know whether you remember the previous logo of Wipro. So it was a rainbow flower. What I learned there is all about creativity, innovation. These two things will actually take us forward. So, whatever you do today, you should not be doing the same thing again the next day. I again, look back to what my chairman says, CKR, and that is a very important thing that, don't keep doing the same things. And if you keep doing the same things, you'll keep getting the same things. So if you want to really get something better, try to change your way, try to change your methodology. And then I learned something from Reliance. What I learned there is think big. Don't always think small. Whatever you do, always you plan for the future, think big, right? If you think small, you will only achieve small. If your dream is big, then even if you lose out in some areas, you will still achieve something which is far bigger than what you could have normally achieved. So basically, I believe that that is one of the learnings that I got there in that company. I also worked with Lenovo, and what I understood, in fact, one of the management gurus in those days, Sharu Rangnekar used to say, there are only two types of managers. One is the quick manager and the other one is a dead manager. There are only two types. Okay, either you have speed of execution or you're not there at all. So it's very important that, Lenovo, for example, has been, in those days was probably number 6 or number 7, in laptop manufacturing. But within 3 to 4 years, they became number 1. And they, I guess till date, they are still number 1. And that goes to say that, if your speed of execution is there, then you will attract and you will delight your customer. So customer centricity and the company basically it is all about looking forward to the customer. Even before the customer can think what he needs, I should be able to understand and deliver that product to the customer. So it's like product or service or whatever we are doing. So that was one learning which I got there. And when I look at Hema's enterprises where I came in, and this here I have been like about 6 to 7 months, what I really learned here is that life is all about getting back to basics. It is like wherever you are or wherever, whichever level you have achieved, if you forget history, then you are bound to repeat it. You're forced to. So it's important that, what I'm trying to say is keep your level ground. You would be very knowledgeable, you would be very experienced, you would be, very competent person. But if you don't know how to connect with reality and if you don't know how to connect with your fellow people, then you will never be able to be a great person. I see that very much in my chairman. I see that in the culture of this organization, that we don't carry attitudes anywhere. If we carry attitudes and we are not a team player, I see that. And I'm really seeing that here as well, in the team. Each one of them have been very kind, very resourceful. And they all are, all of you, in fact, all of you guys, having good knowledge and good competencies. So basically, if you understand the formula for competency, it says K into S into A. I hope you know that. It's knowledge multiplied by skills multiplied by attitude. You may have great knowledge, you may have great skill, but if you don't have the great attitude to complement it, then all that competency is a waste. right? So I learned this as well, when coming back to Hema's. I lead an organization where my leader is a lady, and I'm very proud of it. Okay. So what I've also seen is in Cuddalore, for example, our team is about 60 to 70% women, and we stand for that, perspective that in Cuddalore we should be able to give employment to all women, and we should be able to give employment to those women who need it very desperately for their second innings. Women who have had a break in their career because of various reasons, we always like to, give back that opportunity to that person. So we are very, very specific about it. I have a member, an employee called Janani, who's in our team, not in our direct team, but she works for media. I was very pleasantly surprised that she is a rifle shooter at a national level, and she's also a snooker player at a national level. And she's a very humble person, about 25, 26 years of age, and she works in Chennai. Now, I just happened to discuss with her, and I said, why did you choose these two, games? I mean, you could have chosen some other game, right? Volleyball, lots of other things. Why this? Is it because you wanted to choose a game which, men play, and therefore you wanted to showcase that, you are capable of doing something equal to that? She gave me a wonderful answer. She said, no, I don't really look at whether it is a man or a woman's game. I wanted to be unique and different. So I picked it up. That is the pride of a woman. It is not about competing with another woman or another man. It is all about doing your things differently and your things uniquely so that you can stand different. And that is what I remember about this word called extraordinary. The little bit which is extra is all about you being unique. What is the contribution that you can give to the organization? And as rightly put, don't be rolling, what they call as rolling stones, in organizations. You have to stick to an organization, especially in your first job at the irrespective of the compensation will keep coming. If you really add your skill and add your ability, compensation will just follow. But what is more important is how strong are you in terms of growing your competency and adding value to the organization, whatever job you have been given. It can be administration, it can be HR, it can be finance, or whatever it is. நீங்க அதுல என்ன பண்ணிருக்கீங்க in that 6 months or 1 year? Always go by that OKR concept. If you have learned that, it is good. If you're not, pick it up. It's a very interesting focus, which gives you a strength on how to plan your day, how to plan your month and year. Definitely it will help you. I think the CK institutions are a great legacy, and all of you coming out of this institution is a great blessing. I think you should continue to carry these these experiences back to your workplace. And I believe that sometimes Hema should also be on your list of placements, so we should be back. And I think we have already had a discussion with Usha that we will up our compensation levels so that we can also match your expectations next year. So with that, thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you so much, and I wish you all a good luck and best in your careers.
Thank you, sir. Your words are highly motivating. Much awaited part of the celebration, the distribution of offer letters. I request our dignitaries to give out the offer letters and shields.
Good evening to our Honorable Executive Director, Ms. Amudhavalli Ranganathan. Chief guest of today's function, Ms. Usha Gurunathan, Director and Business Head of Hema Enterprises Private Limited. Our guest of honor of today's function, Mr. Rajesh, Manager HR, Hema Enterprises Private Limited. Respected Principal of CK Dr. S. Saravanan, Executive Secretary of CK Group of Institutions, Mr. Shiva, Principals and HRs of our CK Group of Institutions, Heads and Functional Heads, Faculty members, staffs and my dear students. It is my privilege to propose a vote of thanks who work hard to make this job of a day a great success. It is the biggest day of CKCET, where today we have offered more than 170 career path to 170 young graduates a career path. On behalf of CKCET, first of all, I would like to convey my sincere thanks to our Honorable Chairman, Mr. C.K. Ranganathan, and our Executive Director, Ms. Amudhavalli Ranganathan, for providing a platform to conduct this wonderful event. Your blessings, moral support, and encouragement at all the times strengthen our institution to fulfill our mission. On behalf of our institution, I express my heartfelt thanks to our chief guests, Ms. Usha Gurunathan, and our guest of honor, Mr. Rajesh, who spends their busiest time gracing the occasion. Today, we had the opportunity to hear your thoughts, and this is encouraging us in our future events. I extend my sincere thanks to our beloved principals, Dr. Saravanan and other school principals who work hard to promote our institution to the next level. My heartfelt thanks to your leadership. I would like to express my sincere thanks to our pillar of our institution, heads, functional heads, faculties and staff members who are the backbone of our student success. Without your efforts, today's achievement is really impossible. A special thanks to our training and placement team. We salute for your efforts and we have no words to express our greetings other than thanks. I also want to thank other team members who worked behind the scene to execute this event. Finally, my sincere thanks to our all young graduates for extending your rock solid support and encouragement. Without your support, you are not able to excel. And my dear young graduates, today we have arranged a stepstone for your career path. As our Executive Director and Principal note, it is not your settlement place. It is just a starting point of your journey. So you have to travel more in your career path, and you have to reach the topmost position in your field in another 1 decade. On behalf of our entire team, I bless all our students to achieve their goals with a balanced family life. Thank you very much for joining this event. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power. Keep learning and keep growing. All the very best for your future, happy and prosperous life ahead. Thank you.